Hey, what's up, y'all? It's been a weird morning. So yesterday we had the problem with the streaming and the and not having the go live button. And to be honest, today it's the same thing. There's no go live button, but what I did is I opened a I'm running it in an incognito tab, which is weird. So the button shows up when I'm in the incognito tab, but it doesn't show up when I'm in the regular tab. But somehow I'm still able to pull over the feed from whatever. It's just crazy. And I just figured this out at the last minute. And now I don't even have all my stories together, but we know the basic stuff we're gonna talk about today. Um, but yeah, let's try to get into it. I'm telling you, like, I don't think the stories are nowhere in order. I don't even understand this. Like, when I'm looking at both sides, and one side is not incognito, one side is incognito. The button is over here, but the button's not over here. So it's a little aggravating, but it's life sometimes, right? So we gonna try to get into some of this stuff. I know I have some of the topics in my mind. At least, I mean, when I say I don't have anything in order at all, um, I don't have anything in order. But I'm gonna try to get to. I haven't even checked the Bitcoin ETFs and flows, which is usually one of the main things we want to talk about. Um, Let me see if I can get this to be all the way on screen. I don't know. So okay, I'm all out of order here, but we're gonna talk, and I'm gonna get around to stuff. But so the CPI data came in, a little better than the expectations or whatever. I mean, like a tad bit better, like a tad bit better. Um, I gotta use the free flow in these lives. I got the information in my head. I just want to make sure I'm delivering it a certain way. But anyway, um, like a lot of people been saying, usually we have CPI and what's called at different times, but today they're the same. And so the CPI data came back in a little better, and so that's why you're seeing Bitcoin run up a little bit. It was below 67 for a minute. Then it was hovering around like 67,500. And then when the CPI data came in, it went up a little bit, right? So there's a whole listen. I haven't even had time to sit down and think about what I may think about this because I've just been doing everything else. But it ran up off the CPI data, and we're gonna see what happens with the inflation readings or whatever. Um, I still feel like I could be wrong. We're gonna find out in a couple of hours. I don't mind being wrong. Like I've been right for months about some of this stuff, but I feel like the rates are gonna stay the same today, but it's all dependent on whether or not what am I saying? People are speculating, is he even going to hint at rate cuts for next month or whatever? And a lot of people saying they think we're just going to probably some people still saying three, but some people saying they think we're only going to get two rate cuts. What did I say? I feel like they're going to keep the same this month, and then the next meeting, they're going to drop them, and I think it's going to be unexpected for most people because most people are, unless they all plan us, are forecasting is only going to be the fall, which I was thinking was going to be fall too. I was thinking we would probably won't see any rate cuts to fall, and then save some for after the election or whatever. But I think they're going, well, not me, but I think they're gonna try to blindside us, and the next meeting have a rate cut, and maybe the next one because the thing is the meeting is in the middle of September, and for me I'm expecting September to be down. Um I mean, it could crawl up into October, but for the fact that the meeting is in the middle of September makes me think it might not be the next rate cut might not be until, I mean, the first one next month, and the next one probably October. Um, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I mean, a lot of people not even streaming until the FOMC meeting to do their lives there or whatever. But it is running up right now, and sorry, I started thinking too hard. Most people are like, oh, if it's running up, then that's bullish. Um, After if some news comes out and the news is good and it runs up, of course, yeah, it ran up because of the news, blah blah blah. But usually when I see stuff running up like this, it feels like a fake out and it's gonna be some trickery or whatever. But we're gonna see. We got a couple of hours to see if I'm wrong or not about them keeping it the same today and then changing it in the next meeting. And then that's when, like I said, I feel like we can get a run. There's a lot of events lining up that could cause us to be bullish. And like I said yesterday, a lot of people been hoping for a sideways summer, but I was thinking maybe they want to flip that on the script. And like I said, we start running the end of June into July, and I mean maybe even run August and then slow down around the end of August and then September have a little drop or whatever, and then maybe they drop interest rates, do another. I mean, sorry, do another cut. I'm trying to speak in the terms, but do another cut in October. Give us another little run into November. And then people gonna take profits for Christmas presents and all that stuff. Then we chilling for a minute, maybe in December. I don't know. Maybe December could be hot, but I feel like we're gonna be chilling through December. Maybe the end of December we get a little hot, whatever. New president comes in there, cuts, blah blah blah, market runs, whatever. I know I'll just be saying this stuff so lackadaisical, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking is happening. Once again, that's not the first thing I was supposed to be talking about. I keep talking about like the later stuff first, but it's just on my head, and I've been running around trying to figure this. Still is not making sense how this is working, but it's working. I'm in two different browsers running this software, streaming software. But anyway, I didn't even say good day to you guys, Grand Rising. Hopefully everyone had a good night's sleep and got some rest, and we're gonna see what happens with this market. But regardless, I feel like we're gonna get some stuff running here soon or whatever. But I'm just trying to pick up stuff at good prices, and I was looking at the market today to see what moves I wanted to make. And that's kind of how I spent my morning. And then I mistakenly tried to make breakfast before the stream. I'm not gonna do that again because that took away a lot of my time to do this, but it's all good. So Bitcoin is trying to get up to 70,000 right now. We're gonna see what happens. But like I said, I think it's gonna stay the same. Excuse me. Most of these are not in order, but we'll talk about them. So yesterday, and I might talk about stuff ahead of time, but Marathon Digital, the largest Bitcoin mining company, sold 1K Bitcoin yesterday, 1K Bitcoin yesterday, likely to cover expenses, marking the highest daily OTC volume since late March. We had a lot of volume yesterday. What was it? Somebody had I'm mixing up. No, that was Bitcoin. Yeah, it was a 1,416 Bitcoin or something. It's about how much money was it? It was like $95 million or whatever. That they were moving to onto the exchange, and I think they did sell it. And then we had like $1 billion in Ethereum that got sold. I'm jumping ahead, but whatever. I think we had like $1 billion worth of Ethereum that was sold yesterday. So all that volatility you guys were seeing was because of the sale and because other people was getting scared that they were selling, so they started selling, and along with all this kind of stuff. But like I said, I always feel like they line up this stuff on purpose. You got to realize that, like I said, they're going to sell the profits. They made a little profits. They know it's going to go back up just like it is this morning. So we had that drop. I'm pretty sure these people bought back in at the bottom when it dropped, and now it's running up. Now we're going to see what happens with this. Maybe it goes sideways, or I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm being redundant, but what is this? I want to say it's a whole lot to talk about today, and I messed up and talked about the main stuff at the beginning, but I was talking about the Ethereum outflows or whatever. I don't talk about that one. Yeah, I see a lot of people. I see a lot, and I've been seeing this for months. And I know some of you guys have asked me about excuse me, about Alephium. It's not like I keep saying. I said this like 6 months ago when you guys first asked about it. That Alephium's programming language is not a common programming language. Doesn't mean it can't operate with other stuff, but I'm just wondering how many people. Yeah, I guess how many people know how to program in Ralph. and stuff, which is their programming link, unless something has changed in between time. But a lot of people saying like, oh, they got the ASIC miners or whatever. And they actually, to be honest, they've been saying this. Like, when was the first time y'all asked me about Alephium? It had to be like 5 months ago. And at that time, Alephium was about 120 million market cap or something. And then, everybody was like, oh, they about to get the ASIC miners. And when Casper got the ASIC miners, it ran up to 2 billion. So Alephium's going to do the same. And when they started pushing the narrative or whatever, it went to like maybe 220 million market cap, not even really a 2X, but now it's back down. I think it's back down near 140 million market cap. Once again, I'm not trying to FUD the project or whatever, but like I said, I think with Alephium, it's like some of these other projects where a lot of the tokens are already out on the market. And so there's not a lot of dilution. And how am I trying to say this? I'm not saying it can't run or whatever. People like Proof of Work, they're trying to compare it to the next Casper or whatever, which, whatever. What I think, I know it's going to sound contradicting, but I think so many people, especially the people that want to be influencers, they try to pump stuff off like hopium and trying to guess. Like when I'm talking about this stuff, like when I say like, hey y'all, I feel like the market's going to drop. I was saying on the stream the other day, I feel like the market's going to drop. Everybody else saying the market was going to skyrocket because the RSIs and all the different indicators that was lining up. Number one, I'm never just trying to say stuff to be controversial. I'm never just trying to say stuff to be better than anybody. And I'm definitely not guessing and hoping I'm right so I can have whatever. I usually have reasons I'm saying this stuff, and I really believe it. I'm not trying to click. I don't ever try to clickbait anybody that watches my channel to get more viewers or whatever. When I say stuff, I really mean it. But I feel like people it's kind of like Casper did it, so let me say Alephium did it, so I can be the first one to say it's going to happen. I keep saying this. Where I'm from, you don't play with my money. You don't play with other people's money. So when I come, whether it's me, where my water at? Whether it's me being on my channel, whether it's me being on my channel or in my Patreon, I don't play with nobody's money. I'm not going to be up here guessing, trying to guessing and hoping and trying to figure it out. I do a lot of research to try to figure out, the stuff that I do, decide what to buy into and whatever. I don't just go off loose stuff. Matter of fact, I'm a free stream this today. I got some stuff to talk about. Let me talk about something important here too. Oh yeah, I was saying I don't come over here trying to guesswork and give y'all stuff that I'm guessing and I hope it happens because I want to create some kind of euphoric narrative or whatever. Like I said, I'm not knocking Alephium, but I feel like that's people's only grounds. I think people I keep saying is they just know the names of the cryptos, but they don't really research them. And they see somebody else say a name and then they say the name. They don't know what the project does. They don't know how it's made up. They don't know the team. They don't know the technology behind it. They just say it because they heard somebody else say something. Oh, Casper had ASIC miners, therefore Alephium's going to run because they got ASIC miners. Mind you, it probably will. But let me say this next thing that I'm sorry, y'all. I was supposed to say this strictly to the Patreon, but whatever. I'm pretty sure that's mainly watching. Of course, we got some couple of people that try to come and watch my channel and then steal my information and act like it's theirs or whatever. But we gonna let that go. It's not too deep, but it's something to think about. So number one, I'm gonna talk about 3 types of projects, and there's probably more, but I'm gonna just talk about 3 things that I know. And so one, you have made up cryptos, right? As I've been talking about the whole cycle. Don't worry, I'm not gonna talk about that too long. So, but you have made up cryptos that are just like meme coins, right? And so these people get together, they make a coin, they make a website, and it can easily fool you. You're like, oh, this is their website. It's just like a meme coin website. Anybody can make a website. And usually I can tell by how the websites are made when the projects are fake and made up. But anyway, they make them like a meme coin, give some of the tokens to their friends, whatever, just like a meme coin. And they shill it all over the space because they got a following influence. They shill it to people and the token pumps. This is on the fly, right? When I'm talking about this. So I'm gonna call it the Web3 people pump, right? The Web3 people pump. It's a made up token. and you have Web3 people pumping it, whether it's Twitter influencers or YouTube influencers, right? Then you have two. You have real projects that they may not be the best of the best. Y'all pay attention to this now. So they might not be the best of the best. Sometimes they might be. But, and I've seen this happen with one. I want to say I missed it, but not really. But I saw this anyway. Well, let me finish first. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. So you have a real project. It's actually been created, actually has devs, actually has people working on it. They are really trying to create something or have created something. But it's just pumped by Web3 people. Now this one's a little bit better. Of course, it's better than a made up project that you just got people, scammers, or whatever, just shilling fake projects. I see like two or three of them that just keep getting pushed hard, and I know for a fact they just made up garbage, but whatever. And people keep trying to push them. Oh my gosh, I like this project because blah 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 blah, whatever. Anyway, second project is an actual project, but it's just usually like Twitter influencers and YouTubers pushing it, or whatever. And this is good. And usually, okay, what I'm trying to, sorry. I got too much in my head. An actual project, Web3 people pushing it, Twitter people, YouTube people, right? But with these projects, sometimes they will get pushed faster because the people, it is a real project, but these people are trying to make money as fast as possible, whatever. And so they'll start pushing the project pretty hard early, right? But it is a real project, but usually it's just Web3 people. So you got the fake made up project the scammers are pushing. Two, you got a real project that usually only Web3 people are pushing. The best projects are the ones that we know is like it's a real project, real developers. They have a roadmap, all that kind of good stuff. But they have Twitter influencers, YouTube influencers, or Web3 influencers, and VCs pushing the project. Now with these, this is the ones that sometimes people get leery on because in y'all's mind, I said this before, but in your mind, you think, well, if they got all this backing and the roadmap and it's a good project, why aren't they running now? I keep trying to tell y'all, these smart teams and smart VCs, they're not trying to run them now. But number one, most of the times they want to wait till the influencers have more of their tokens out. And like I keep saying, they want to wait till we're in a hot bull market. So the chart looks decent because you know what happens. Let me explain something to y'all that y'all all know. Nobody on the stream should not know what I'm about to say here. You see projects. I'm gonna give you a timeline. Let's see projects that may be launched in between February, March, and April, somewhere around there, right? And this just passed. Good projects, good backers, good VCs. It's a real project. They got a roadmap, all the stuff. They got all the boxes, right? And they go ahead and pump up, right? They go ahead and pump up. Some pump. Let's just say they pump 5, 10x, right? And they pumped up, got the VCs, the influencers, great project, great roadmap, all that stuff. They pump up, and then we get to a bear smart part of the cycle. 10x goes all the way back down to 2x and sometimes 1x. That doesn't look good on the chart. Smart VCs don't want this to happen. I hope y'all paying attention to what I'm saying, because that's where a lot of y'all get messed up at. Is y'all like this ain't pumping. I'm about to get out of this and go find this thing that's pumping. Some of the stuff that's pumping now, what's going to happen is whether it's a fake project or just Web3 people pushing it, usually some of those will keep going. But some of these y'all going to start having loyalty to because it pumped and you feel good because it's made you some gains. And some of them things ain't going to do nothing else in the bull run. Unbeknownst to you, because everybody keeps having this thing of everything pumps in the bull run. You believe that if you want to. If you're new to the channel, if you've been new following Patreon, I use my own examples from my own, so you don't feel like I'm trying to knock somebody else. Linear finance, ticker was Lena. Go back and look at the chart. When I got in, I thought it started pumping, and this is me. I'm telling you the psychology I know. It started pumping for me. You go ahead and you get that little 15x on it, whatever, and why wouldn't you hold it for the rest of the bull run? It's been performing well already, right? Mind you, it's got all the good stuff behind it, whatever, but only thing it ever did was that 15x, and that was it. It didn't get the 50 and 100x or whatever. So I know you're saying, well, Zoe, how do you know the projects you talking about now are going to do this? Like I said, I have time and the space. I look at the market a little bit different and stuff, and usually pretty good at picking out the stuff that's gonna do well or whatever. My own track. But yeah. So what I was trying to say, yeah, some of these projects got good teams, good backers, influencers going to push them, and then y'all be like, well, ain't nobody talking about it now. Or I mean, nobody has said this to me, but I'm saying you're probably thinking in your mind, well, Zoe, you said influencers going to push this or whatever. None of them are talking about it. Number one, like I keep saying, some of them, they don't have their tokens yet. the VCs may tell them to hold off, because VCs will tell them to do stuff like, hey, whether make a video, don't make a video, do this, hit. They all kind of working together, to do this stuff. Man, that was a whole unplanned tangent, but you got to realize that stuff. Like I said, made up projects. A lot of these projects are made up, and they're just being shielded by influencers. Maybe you can get a quick 2-3x out of them, whatever. But probably after that, you should probably get out. Then you have the ones that I saw some influencers pick up about 3 weeks ago, and they pushed it pretty hard. I don't see anybody else really talking about it, but I'm checking to see if they're gonna keep pushing it. But to be honest, where is that now? I don't even know if I want to get in it, to be honest. And then, like I said, you got the projects that have the VCs, the influencers, and all that kind of stuff. And so that's usually the projects you want to get in. So I have presented some to my group that are, what was that noise? I have presented some to my group where I know it's going to be like a heavy Web3 push. It's going to be a heavy Web3 push. Not a lot of VC backers that's going to like be funding the marketing and all that kind of stuff. But when you got these Web3 crazy people, they crazy. They know how to push a token. So, oh yeah, that's what my point I was trying to get to. Final point is that when you have these projects that they do have a product, they have a roadmap, all that kind of good stuff. Is a real project and not a scam. When there's a Web3 push, usually they'll push those fastest. The Web3 people, they're like, all right, we about to push this down. We're gonna push it when we want to, how we want to. Even though these projects do have some backers behind them, but like even one I talked about recently, I heard they have some hidden backers that don't want to say hidden backers. I'll say I've heard they have some backers that I didn't know about. I couldn't find any information on it, but we'll see how some of this stuff plays out. But anyway, hopefully y'all understood what I was saying in that. Understanding scam projects, they're like meme tokens. Like me, you see meme tokens pump when they want to. They don't give a crap what the market is doing, and that's why these scam projects sometimes will do that. And some of them I've seen, they've fallen from a whole. I mean, they've fallen from like 10x from where they were. And I was telling y'all at the time, like, I wouldn't hold this. I know you see a lot of people talking about it, but I wouldn't hold it. And right now, some of y'all like, but it's a good price now. Like, all right, I wouldn't hold it. I'm just telling you what I see. But anyway, those could run fast because they just pushing them like a meme token. Secondly, you have the Web3 projects that are heavily pushed in the Web3 market and could do astronomical numbers. We'll see. But I do more so like the ones that have VCs, influencers that's going to push it. They got a roadmap. They got real product. They have a good vesting schedule, little dilution. Like I'm looking at all that kind of stuff or whatever. A whole entirely unplanned rant, but I'm here to give the information. So, I mean, I usually don't do this until after the news, but what we got? Trump says the remaining Bitcoin, Trump says he wants all the remaining Bitcoin to be made in the USA. I try not to say this. I keep trying to tell you. All I can say is the president's going to be Republican. Right now, we think that's Trump. No matter what I want, no matter what you want, your mama wants, your grandparents want, whatever. It's kind of is. It's kind of is what it is. Like I was telling somebody the other day, I wanted to pull something up from yesterday. I saw somebody saying something, and it's been the same thing I've been telling y'all about for weeks, that they're trying to lose. I don't even call it trying to lose. It's because it's all an act. It's a stage show to me. It's a stage performance for me. It's like going to the theater. So people, I saw somebody was like, well, why would Biden do this? Or why would, well, I'm like I play, some of y'all probably watched it, the video of that guy. I can't even take credit for it. It was a long video, but dude really spelled it out. They're trying to lose, y'all. They're not trying to win. And then they'll do the facade. This is what it was. So they'll do the facade. Mind you, it's a, I'm sorry, I'm on another tangent. It's all a script, y'all. It's all a script. So when you're watching a movie, right? Let's just use basic. It looks like the main character's about to get killed. They're on the chase, right? They're on the chase, and then they survive the chase, and you're like, yeah, they won, right? And then it looks like they're headed up on a win streak, because you gotta control people's emotions. All right, now all this good stuff is happening. All this good stuff is happening. You happy? The protagonist is doing great, and all of a sudden somebody stabs them in the neck, and you're like, but the stab in the neck wouldn't affect you as much if it was just bad, all the way through. Then it wouldn't be a movie. It wouldn't be a roller coaster. So anyway, got crypto stuff. Oh my gosh, we hate crypto. I'm going to veto the thing. Oh my gosh, Biden, you're so stupid. You're ruining crypto. You're going to lose the election. Of course, that's what they're trying to do. Then the part that throws people off is when but no, it looks like they're fighting. It looks like he wants to win. It looks like he's trying to, it looks like, I went ahead in the story, but it was at one point, people was all over Twitter like, look, Biden realizes, or the Democrats realize they're losing now. So now they got to be pro crypto, and y'all fall for it once again. They're not trying. It's just the script. They got to look like they're trying. And then they go and veto the bill. And y'all like, wait a minute, but I thought he was trying to get people to, advise him about crypto. Y'all just keep falling for it. Y'all keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe every time. And so then it went bad again. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna veto it." Then y'all like, "What is he doing? He's stupid." Now he's back in front of black churches, and y'all like, "It looks like he's trying to win again." I can't, it's a script, man. It's just a script. Stop falling for it, because everything he trying to lose, he trying to win, he trying to lose, he trying to win, and it's just pulling at y'all emotions. Because I saw everybody saying it. It was like, do they still think going to black churches wins elections or whatever? I was like, they just going through the script, man. They just don't be phased by this stuff. Anyway, let me keep going. I'm on another round. Let's see what else we got here. I don't want to say that out loud because that's just his opinion, and that could lead people straight. I didn't look too deep into this, but I saw even some of my friends was talking about it. That we talked about yesterday that OKX had that little security hack or whatever, and then they had a lot of money outflows, like 800, $900 million of outflows of the OKX exchange, and they went into Binance or whatever. But it looks like they refunded, or what's the word you want? Not refunded, but they compensated. They compensated. I'm sorry, I'm not even pulling stuff up on stream. My bad. They compensated the why is it acting up? They compensated the people for their lost funds. I don't know why it won't pull up, but whatever. Anyway, they compensated people for their lost funds on the OKX exchange, because I mean that's what you want to do if you want to keep your image. Unless you want to see everybody see that people lost money and then they just lost it and nothing ever happened with it, then that's not a good look. So yes, listen, y'all. I'm sorry. Once again, I did not dig into this because I've been focusing on the macro. We've been talking about this since yesterday. Uh, I will. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna really try today to look some more. But for what I see right now is they're delisting USDT pairs on Binance. And I know y'all probably like, you fool, that's not right. I haven't looked deep into it. I've been trying to keep up with CPI and the inflation and rate cuts and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm sorry. And to be honest, because I don't use Binance, I didn't really try to look deep into this. I don't use Binance. I know maybe some of y'all do. But like I said, we've talked about measures to go through inside the Patreon of how to, get around these problems or whatever. So to be honest, it just wasn't priority at the time for me. But I know overall, you're saying that, wouldn't this eventually affect other people in the market? So I'll look into it about the whole USDT thing. But right now, I just see pairs that they're removing. But yeah, I got to look more into that. It's kind of what I talked about. Donald Trump touts Bitcoin mining as final defense against CBDC. Man, that CBDC thing. Mind you, I told you these stories are not in order. I don't even want to talk about CBDCs. I don't think they're stupid enough to go there. Let me talk about this, and probably not in the way y'all want to talk about this. I don't even really want to. I really don't want to get into this, but so some of y'all asked me about. Try to talk about this fast. So some of y'all, everybody was asking about the Tate meme coins. I was telling you, I wouldn't touch them. Dude has been acting. He's been acting real crazy lately. He's really tripping. And so listen, man. So he's got this whole beef with Ansem, and I feel like I know the Bible even talks about this a lot too. My mother used to talk about this time a lot too, which is why I'm built the way I'm built, about bread and circus, which means is what people see as entertainment. So it's nothing but a distraction for me. So I know a lot of people, maybe y'all wanted to talk about this today, but I don't care even if it is in the crypto space, if it's some kind of influencer fight. I don't be paying attention to this stuff, y'all. I don't. It's a distraction. And And I'm not saying anything's wrong with you if you do. I'm not trying to. I know I come off pretty brash sometimes. I'm not trying to be brash or condescending, but it's a distraction. And to be honest, it doesn't amuse me at all. To be honest, I'm here to make money. I'm not to see who's here with a wee wee slinging contest or whatever. So don't get caught up in all this. Even this crypto influencer stuff, y'all. And to be honest, I had my stuff in the past, and my stuff. I see people like, oh, you try to do it to get clout. Don't care about clout. Don't care about none of this. I'm here to make money. Um, and all that stuff. And even with mine, I know a lot of y'all got caught up in some of that stuff. And so yeah, y'all should do the whatever the IFC thing is. I'm not still. I'm here to make money. But also saying, whether it's influencer beef or whatever kind of beef, please don't get distracted by this stuff. Because I see people saying it verbatim. Man, I just been strolling the timeline all day, reading all the comments. It's that you wasting your time. Like if that's what you want to do with your time, you can do that. But it's not what I'm gonna do with my time. I don't want to talk about that one. Already talked about that. The 1 billion in ETH yesterday was two. I think it was like two different transactions of 150,000 Ethereum. There was it was Binance or Coinbase. I don't remember, y'all. But they sold like $1 billion worth yesterday. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I was busy this morning. I got some pretty good stories, but I haven't dug into them. But what I will do, maybe I'll throw these in the chat for y'all if I can get the link. Wait, it's not giving me the link. Let me pull this up. Oh, here it is. I think it's here. But here's some. It says Breaking Circle announces Solana programmable wallets. Programmable wallets enable devs to build enterprise scaled apps on Solana using flexible REST APIs in any language, easily integrate USDC and EURC for payments, financial services, and more with Circle's full stack platform. I'm gonna let some of y'all read in between the lines in the Patreon, and y'all read in between the lines. But like I've been saying, I said this on the stream yesterday. People been talking about the base wallet, the smart wallet, whatever. But like I'd say, I didn't. It's crazy. I don't even see anybody talking about it. But the Solana smart wallet that's coming out, and they have this too. Don't think Solana is just gonna let somebody just come and take over. Like once again, I know you. Maybe y'all think I'm a Solana fanboy. I know some of y'all got the Solana jokes too about the downtime of the blockchain or whatever. Solana's some gangsters though, man. They not playing with nobody, man. One other thing I could say is they really trying. They just listen. I'm not saying DeFi is lame or borrowing and lending stuff, but Solana is really trying to be the Apple. They got the phones. They trying to onboard regular retail. They got like I said, deals with Shopify, Visa and stuff. They're really trying to do stuff like all these other stuff. They just doing just solely Web3 stuff. Solana is one of the biggest, like, especially when you talk about deep end, that's like the deep end ecosystem. I know, listen, I know Ethereum got the total value lock and blah, blah, blah. And the most, bro, Solana's not playing when it comes to real world use cases and stuff like that. And that's what they're focused on. No matter how slow you think they're developing or the blockchain going down, they're going to keep fixing it and they're going to keep building. And let me say this too, and I say this with love. Uh, whether it's AI, gaming, or whatever type of project, I've said this my whole life because I've always been I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 11, 11, 12. Like for real, like I told you, I have a story when I started my own grass cutting business, which sounds funny. You're like, oh, that's not entrepreneurship, Zoe. That's that's cute and all, but no, it is. I had my clients and nobody else was cutting their grass. It wasn't this was not no thing where it's like whatever young man comes up and asks to cut your grass, cuts your grass. Nah, bro, I was fighting. Mr. Matheson is my client, bro. Don't go over there with your lawnmower. I'll slap the crap out you, bro. Don't even look at Mr. Matheson's house, bro. Like I'm not playing with you. Soon as Miss Matheson hands me the lemonade, I'm gonna smack you in the head with this glass. Like, don't play with me. This is my business. And so I've always been like this. And so what I'm saying is a lot of people don't really know what it takes to build a business or something. I see some of y'all with some of the tokens, whatever narratives is, y'all like they taking too long. They're building something. How fast you want this to be? You like there's a saying that goes across social media. I can't remember the exact, but I think it's something like a Honda Civic takes three I don't know 3 hours 3 hours to build. I don't know, but a Rolls Royce takes 3 months to build. When you building something of higher quality, it takes time to build. But some of y'all be like rushing the projects, like, man, I don't see nothing. I don't see no developments. And I don't know how much y'all watch the channel. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all just in the Patreon and don't watch the channel or whatever it is, whatever. But I use the example when I first started streaming of Matic, and I'll continue to use it. 8 months of sideways action in the price of that token, and it was one of the best performers. Sometimes y'all have to have patience, and I know I've been saying like, oh, next month we could get a run. But what I keep trying to tell y'all is, I'm cool if I don't see no runs into February of next year, because I know how last cycle was. I understand this cycle is different, but I think y'all just been fed dopamine and euphoria with meme coins running and some of these fake AI plays and these different runs, and you're under the impression that the entire market is supposed to be running, but it's not, y'all. It's not. We are not in altcoin season. I said we are not in altcoin season. If we get a run next month, that is not altcoin season. That is like a semi run. It's a run. It's a wave, but it's not altcoin season. And for altcoin season that I that I envision, I said in picture. Y'all see how my brain be working? I'll be trying to, yeah, my brain work fast, but whatever. The altcoin season I envision is like a year from now at the least, y'all. But more so like 18 months from now. I keep trying to tell you that's like we're thinking like fall, maybe late summer to fall of 2025. I don't know why y'all think it's supposed to be happening right now. You got to have patience while people are building. I am freestyling the stream. I don't give a dog what nobody said. I think it's going well because I doggone I kind of got to the computer the last minute and trying to figure all this out. But no, y'all be losing patience when people be building. Let these people, like they say, let these people cook, man. Let these people cook. And I'm gonna say again, I just told you the story. If you remember the story I just told you before the rant that's on screen, read in between the lines, y'all. That's all I can say. So Solana's making some moves here. I didn't. Here's the whole art. I can put the article in the chat for y'all if y'all want to check it out yourself, because I didn't get a chance to read it. Let's see. Did I go into the chat? Yeah. So if you're a reader, you want to read into that, you can I don't want to really get into this one. I really haven't dug too deep into it, but it's just like I guess Apple made a statement. Since Apple says its new AI models uses blockchain-ish tech. Blockchain-ish. We know y'all on blockchain. So many companies right now are so scared to say that they're using blockchain. Crazy thing is, in the future, that's going to be a selling point. That's how people are going to get, more people to invest in the stock when they mention that they're in blockchain. But right now, people are scared to say it. And we've been like if you've been in space, even though it's ran already, I mean, it's probably going to still do well. But render, like we've been on Apple had render. They've never said that outright. They've never said that like fully out in the open. That they use render. But from my knowledge, and this, to be honest, this is one of the biggest stories. And yes, once again, you probably should stay with us. Oh, if it's one of the biggest stories, why didn't you dig into it? Once again, I've been studying the macro, CPI, interest rate cuts, trying to figure out all that stuff. But I guess it's saying that they're working with OpenAI or whatever. And some people think it's got some kind of connection to WorldCoin too, and Sam Altman and OpenAI and stuff. And that's probably the blockchain aspect of it. A lot of people don't like it. I saw a lot of people talking about it, and just saying they don't feel like Apple is as secure or whatever anymore. I mean, I've always been a Galaxy person myself. I like the Galaxy. I like the Apple computers. When you're talking about the Apple Studio, the Mac Pro, and all that stuff in their computers, I've had a couple of iPhones, but I just like the Galaxies better. But I don't think it's the blockchain aspect. I just think it's going to be the Sam Altman, if they got a partnership with Sam Altman or whatever, and people saying they think they're paying Microsoft for some stuff, and mind you, that's supposed to be their competitor or whatever. But I haven't got deep into that like I'm supposed to. It is connected to blockchain stuff, but I'm focused on whatever I feel like is priority as far as making money is what I'm focused on. So I haven't dug into that yet. Oh yeah, I was talking about this. I don't want to talk about this one yet. I got to dig into it, but it's about the tip link thing with Solana too. That's why I keep telling y'all, Solana's moving. And let me tell y'all, I didn't just go looking for Solana news because I like Solana. Like this is just the news of the day. But I got to go look into and see what the developments are. What else is here? Oh yeah, Bitcoin price shot up after the CPI data. or whatever. But yeah, there's some other stuff I could have talked about. Once again, I try not. I know sometimes I come on stream and read articles with you, but I don't want to talk too much about stuff that I didn't dig too deep into. Yeah, if you watch the stream, y'all should know. Actually, you don't know. You never know. No matter how much you respect me or whatever, y'all don't know like the work it takes me getting up every morning. Mind you, I got to get up early in the morning, start gathering news stories to make these streams. So that takes a while. That's why I said I tried to do breakfast this morning, which I think was stupid. I got to eat breakfast after the stream. I don't be having time before the stream, no matter how early I get up. Um, but yeah, I try to have a popping information full, alpha full, whatever stream every day. This one doesn't have as much as I wanted to, but hey, man, I'm human. I'm entitled to have, mental break here and there. Yeah, I know you're saying, well, Zoe, is your mental break supposed to be on the weekend? Sometimes you got to take that midweek mental break. I'm not gonna stress myself out for nobody, even myself. Like I believe in having a healthy life, and I don't like stress. So I did the best I could this morning, trying to get good information for the group and Patreon. And sometimes you miss on some stuff, and don't get the best entries on stuff. But I'm human, man. I've decided to let myself be human a long time ago. Like I said, it's funny. Matter of fact, I had some idiot the other day. He was like I always tell y'all the story about when people said I had a big head when I was a kid, and even as a kid, like those doo-doo head, big head, I used to be looking at people like, what is this supposed to do? Is it supposed to hurt my feelings or whatever? But yeah, somebody was like the other day, like, you short. I was like, bro, how old are we? Like, you think I care about you saying that? Like, people weird, man. But anyway, I let myself be human a long time ago. So that's where we at. Anyway, let's get to the comments, questions, and concerns. Hopefully you got some stuff out of the live. And yeah, Indigenous 99 said, Rich Rising, Zoe and crew. Rich Rising, Grand Rising to you, my friend. The Blackmore fam said, day good morning. Day good morning. What is that? Is that damn good morning? I'm okay. Tad, what's up, man? Tad been hiding. Tad been hiding from the market. Tad was like, man, I don't even want to look at this market right now. I'm gonna just go in my hamper and I mean, I say hamper. What you call it? Hammock. I was trying to say hammock, not hamper. If you sleep in a hamper, I don't know what to tell you, but good to see you back, Tad. About to make this money. Why my phone keep going off? Paul said, "Good morning. What cryptos were you holding last cycle that did well for you?" Last cycle I had some of the basics. Let me say this. I'm not gonna lie. Linear, and let me say this: is how spoiled you. This is how spoiled you get in crypto. And I see even some of y'all like, man, so I'll be cool to 10, 15x or whatever. So linear, 15x. Solana, what's Solana? Because I sold out at. Solana was about a 19, maybe a 19. Let me say this first before. So like first cycle, you don't know what the crap you're doing. 2017. You just know Bitcoin. I hate even talking about this. It was right in front of my face. I did not buy a single drop of Ethereum. It was right there. I was there for it. Didn't buy any of it. Just like held my Bitcoin. Didn't know anything about cycles. I honestly forgot about it, to be honest. It just came back to the next cycle and was like, oh, I got this Bitcoin. So the second cycle, you're like, okay, I saw that this made money, these prices increased, so I went in a little bit more. Didn't know the tech as well as I did now, but I was, I'm a digger. I was digging for information. So anyway, Linear, Solana. I know this one sounds funny, but Digibyte, Matic, Cardano. As much as I rag on it, but we're in a whole different cycle, y'all. If you still think about Cardano the same as you did last cycle, I don't know what to tell you. CKB, which is Nervo's network. I see people talking about Nervo's network this cycle, proof of work or whatever, but I made money on it last cycle and they're not really trying to hold that. Omi, which was at the time everybody felt like Omi had a monopoly on a lot of the IP, like a monopoly on the IP with like Disney, and they had like Batman NFTs or whatever. And last cycle, it was really like when you talk about NFTs, because we had like what you call it, The board apes, the crypto punks, and then Solana came on with theirs with degenerate apes or whatever. But mainly when you talk about like NFT stuff, it was really just Flow blockchain and Omi. We had like a Eternity chain. What was the other one? Some other ones was trying to do stuff, but it was mainly like Omi and Flow. But Flow was hard to access at the time. Like I made some money on Flow too, but that was the beginning of my knowledge of how to go get stuff before Coinbase and how to get stuff before Coinbase and Binance and stuff like that. Flow, where did I get Flow at? I got Flow on like Bitmark. I don't know where it was, but it wasn't on anything mainstream. Anyway, Flow. Let me see. So linear finance, Digibyte, Cardano, Matic, Solana, Omi, Flow, CKB, Nervous Network. God, I can't even think. I'm trying to think. I know that was some of them. EOS. I made some on EOS. I got like a little bit of Elron. I barely touched Elron. Trying to think. I remember being sad about Digibyte. To be honest, it's crazy. I don't know how I got in VeChain late. VeChain and VThor, I got in those late. I mean, maybe a 3x, maybe a 4x. I probably got a 4x on that. Everybody was big on VeChain. I'm pretty sure some other outliers. Those are the ones I can think off the top of my head, though. Even though it wasn't that long ago, like that's the ones I pretty much remember. And I remember, everybody swore Digibyte was going to take over and do all this stuff, and it kind of died off. Just dropped out of my head that fast. B B, oh, damn, B. I can't even think of it. It don't matter. That's some of the stuff I made money on. Yeah. Whoa, no sound? No sound? Me, you scared me. I thought I've been talking this whole time and had no. Why'd you say no sound, Fly? Did it? Oh, okay. Maybe it was for a minute. Scared me. I was like, I know I wasn't just talking all this time and had no sound. I need to start looking over at the comments more often, though. Elarm said, "Good day." Blackmore fam said, "Silent investors." Yeah, yeah. Some of those projects got silent investors. Actually, I'm gonna talk to a couple of my friends after to see if I can find out who those are. The Blackmore fam saying, "Can you explain blue chips when it comes to crypto? Blue chips? What do you mean? Like what constitutes as a blue chip? I mean, most people, most people call blue chips like stuff that's been around at least 2 cycles. Excuse me, like they've been around 2 cycles. They got a lot of backers, a big community. You feel like they're here to stay. Like Solana. Uh, I think Ethereum is like above blue chips, but the Solana, AVAX. Sometimes I will give some of the projects the title of blue chips, even if it isn't their second cycle. Um, I still call Celestia blue chip, but other people probably wouldn't say it is. But when I like if I see they got big backers, they're gonna be here to stay. They got a high use case. I say use cases. What would be wrong with me? They got a high use case. Um, all that kind of stuff. I call them blue chips. Mainly people consider them like if they've been around 2 cycles and they got a lot of backers and a big community, then people consider those blue chips. Yeah. Milkshake said, yeah, I don't like the celeb nonsense real as yeah, I don't mess with the stuff. Between the celebrity meme coins, celebrity beef, that's one thing I never get caught up in. Most people say it's because I'm a male, but like even I didn't understand how much people like really do keep up with the Kardashians and watch the housewives and stuff. A lot of I'll get down the rabbit hole with this, but like even the way a lot of women act now, I didn't realize was influenced by housewives or whatever. And people they want to look like a housewife and act like a housewife, but are you a housewife? Like, like I feel like people should want to be wealthy and not just look it, but some people find they think they put on a bodycon dress and have a Birkin bag and some 4-inch stilettos that makes them a housewife, or they think it makes them look rich, but whatever. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Let me get back on topic. But yeah, the celebrity nonsense in crypto is just weird to me. Um, I just, like I said, yeah, maybe Iggy is people saying she's doing it right or whatever. I don't know if I would have like associated myself that close with a token and called it my own token. If you thought they got in trouble, like FTX people got in trouble for just being involved in doing promotions, the people didn't know. Like I feel like bad for a lot of the celebrities, to be honest. Because I work with Shaq a lot too, and so like even Shaq got caught up in that stuff, and it's like I know for a fact Shaq wasn't trying to scam nobody. Shaq didn't know that was gonna go down like that. But far as these other celebrities is like putting their names on the tokens, like yeah, this is my token. I don't know if I'll do it that way. I just feel like there's a difference between like maybe it sounds contradicting. I know they try to have web 3 social media platforms where, but it's the platform and then you get a token through the platform. I think that's a better way to do it than just strictly having a meme coin. But we're gonna see how the SEC addresses this or whatever. But it's not something I would do. But like I said, a lot of celebrity stuff been rugging. But anyway, yeah, Tate bugging, man. I'm yeah. And most of his tokens rug anyway. Like yeah. I was trying to see, y'all like, oh, but he's like, a lot of people saying like, oh, he's like Alex Becker doing. People like him, and he's gonna pump it because people. I was like, do you not see this guy's personality? You don't think he's gonna rug y'all? Like, and he rugged that mug. So can't jump in everything. Hurdle says, as far as getting hopes up when subverting expectations, the movie Red Dawn always comes to mind. The end credits were basically rolling when they took out the main character. Great movie. You know what? Why you spoil that for me like that? I know you probably. I know I'm in the industry. Be honest. I will say this too. I like the artistry of it. That's why I'm in the industry or whatever. But I would. Yeah, I would say I'm not a film buff though. I don't like. I'm not one of those people that know like every single film that ever came out. But thanks for spoiling that ending for me. I'm just kidding. You all right? But I'll watch it now. But that is probably a good way to do that though. Thought he made it during the end credits. God dang, that's crazy. Milkshake Mary said, "No way, dude. I did too. I had business cards and go to the trip. Yeah, man. I was not playing that, man. My business was I was serious about it. Like I said, my mom was raising us by herself and stuff, and I just felt bad. My mom, like you go shopping for new school clothes at the beginning of the year, and I know my mom didn't like really have the money. I felt bad about it, so I started my own businesses. Like by the time I was 12, wait, let me see, yeah, seven, yeah. By the time I was 12 in seventh grade, I had my cutting grass business. I had my music business because I played piano, and so I would pick up my own gigs. Mind you, yeah, I was serious about it. So I would pick up my own gigs, playing piano. So I had like 3 different gigs I would play at. I had my grass cutting business. Then I would tutor on the side too because I was smart as crap. I would tutor kids on the side, my kids my age, my classmates or whatever. That was one of the craziest things because they're my friends be like, "Would you tutor me, right?" And excuse me, let me my associates, my classmates be like, "Hey man, you made an A on the test, whatever. Could you tutor me?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a charge. Mind you, I'm 12, y'all. I'm 12." And so I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to charge." I talked to your mom about it. They're like, "Man, come on, man. We supposed to be boys or whatever." I would literally wait for. They wouldn't even know it. Their mom. They would be standing out front of the school, like waiting for their mom to pick them up, and I'd be standing like 5-10 feet behind them or whatever. And so the mom would come around in the car to pick them up. Now I walk up to the car with him and hello, Mrs. Whatever the name is. Yeah, say Jeremy. Jeremy asked if I could tutor him, and I could tutor him, but it's gonna be like $10 an hour. I was crazy too. I'm telling you, even when I was young, I wasn't playing the minimum wage thing. Like, so I was like, yeah, it'd be $10 an hour, and they would think it's cute or whatever because they know I was trying to make money, feel like it's reasonable. They know the kids are stupid, so it's like, yeah, the stuff, and then they'll ask me like, what did you make on the last test? Oh, ma'am, I make 92s and above. Like, and usually I make 100. And they was like, okay, they'll see how test it out or whatever. Get my little $10 an hour. Sometimes they give me 15. I feel like a boss, man. I wasn't playing, man. So I always had my little businesses. I wasn't playing. Anyway, I'm ranting again, but let's see here. Blackmore fam said, same, my 3 sisters and I sold hair bows door to door, and it helped put food on the table. 11 years old. Exactly. That's all I say. If people don't know what the hustle, man, I'm trying to tell you, man. I get emotional even thinking about it. When you got to make a way, you're going to do what you have to do. That's why I said I can't say, like I said on the stream the other day, everybody who's homeless is not lazy, but at the same time, there's a lot of people. I'm like, I never saw the excuses. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to make some money, some kind of way, any time of day. Um, Blackmore fam said it was a camo emoji hump day. Okay, okay. Yeah. So the streaming software doesn't show emojis or whatever. I would have to look back on my other monitor. But okay, I got you. Yeah, Wednesday came fast. Like I felt like I was just sitting down for Monday. I be answering you real time, even though I know full well you answer comments at the end. I'm gonna try to get better at looking in between, but I'll be on my rants and I'll be thinking about stories and stuff, man. So often, how often do you communicate with your Patreon team? Poorly. Because usually if somebody comes in, I try to be there, whatever kind of introduction I try to do, but I keep trying to tell you, even this morning, like running around, like I'm doing so much that it gets busy, and so like canceling people, it's not the best. I'm just say that it's not the best, but I definitely try. Because I had somebody that I guess their card got declined and they trying to get back in. Is that you? Trying to get back in? And yeah, hey, listen, man. That's why I try to tell you. Make sure your cards are up to date or whatever. Because if you got, it's harder to see you trying to get back in versus if you're a new person or whatever. If your card gets declined or whatever, they're gonna cut it. And then if you're trying to get back in, you don't come to the top where I can see like, oh, they're coming back. It's just like you got to let me know some kind of way. Try to get better at it, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Blackmore fam said, yes, what constitutes as blue chips? Oh, I think I answered that one. Wait. Said, wait, I need to rewatch Red Dawn. Red Dawn is from the 80s in my defense. So standing on business at 12. Yeah, I was not playing. I'm serious. And mind you, I'm not trying to gloat about that or gloat about violence. YouTube algorithm, I do not promote violence. I do not I stand against violence in any, what's the little disclaimer they always give you? But no, I was serious, man. But mind you, like how I came up, like stuff was tough like that. I was even telling my lady, like, she grew up much different from how I grew up, much different. But she grew up much different from me. But I was telling her how when I was growing up, we had this. I'm saying this because y'all talked about it, but we had this neighborhood that was like across from my school, and it was it's a couple miles away. And my neighborhood was my neighborhood, but we would have these things like you might be playing basketball in your neighborhood or whatever, and then we had this other neighborhood was beefing with, and they might just come over to our neighborhood and be like staked out in the bushes or whatever, and then jump out the bushes, and then next thing you know is three of y'all fighting 15 different dudes, and next you getting jumped or whatever, and so all the some of the parents would come out the house. They'll come out the house all cussing and fussing. Y'all stop all that S and MF this and blah 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 blah. And my mom she's tiny, she's cute, she's sweet too. But my mom would come out with no curse words, barely speaking loud, and somehow by the time it'd be like three of us, blah blah going at it, whatever. Then we have to yell or whatever, call somebody, ski whatever, and then other people come out the house and realize, all right, we fighting 15-on-3. The next thing is 15-on-8. Then by that time, people come out how we 15-15. We squaring off, and it's 30 people fighting. My mom would come outside with her. She's non-cursor. She got me like that. Well, I went crazy on the channel once, but that's not me. That's not the new me. But anyway, my mom would come out with no curse words, barely raising her voice, and stop her like 15-on-15 brawl. Well, you got other parents out there, 5 and 6 parents trying to pull people off people and cussing people out. And my mom would come out with her little soft voice and be like, hey, y'all stop that, blah, 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 blah. And I was telling my girl the story the other day. Of course, she going to snatch me and my brother first. Snatch us, y'all get out of there and get in the house, going to stand in the driveway, whatever. Everybody else still squaring. I was just throwing hands, whatever. Then you even have the guys from the other neighborhood. They after a while they knew my mom, but they'll be like still punching, but they'll be looking at my mama like, who is this crazy lady? Like thinking she gonna stop us. And you see the punches just slowly start stopping and slowing down and body. Then we all just standing there. Then my mom just gives her, this is why I get all the talking a lot from. If y'all wonder why I talk a lot, then my mom, she'll give her little rant about how it's not worth it and how you should live life better, whatever. And you got 30 dudes standing there, we bleeding, bloody eyes, black eyes, all kinds of stuff. And everybody's standing there listening to my mom. I'm getting emotional. Every time I talk about mama, y'all don't know, man. Some of y'all will never get it. But my mom kept me out of a lot of stuff, man. And like I said, you got people leaking blood on your shirt and everything. And my mom just giving you this whole life lecture about life and how you can do better, and it's not worth it. You're gonna go to jail. And just like felt like my mom was like Moses parting the Red Sea. Like when it was just a storm and she just come in and calm the whole situation. But yeah, man. I didn't play about my cutting grass business. I didn't play because you had to be like that. Because then people would try you like, man, come on, man, you tripping, man. You don't own that house. You ain't blah 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 blah. And you have to let them know, like, bro, I will crack your skull, bro. You better leave my house alone. This is my house. I cut grass at. But yeah, I stood on business. Anyway, all that came out of indigenous saying I stood on business, man. That was my house. That's how I was making money. Mind you, like I'm saying, my mom practically widower, single mother, whatever term you want to use, she was a widower. And so when you see your mom struggling, like I'm like, nah, I can't let my mom do that and be buying me new clothes and jerseys and all this kind of stuff. I bought my own stuff. So it's helping my mom and it's my livelihood or whatever. So yeah, I ain't play about my yards, man. Those my yards. Anyway, God, I know y'all tired of seeing me cry, but whatever. Degenerate Destiny said, what up, everyone? Hazel, what's your explanation of us having multiple days in the green for ETF inflows and the price basically staying stagnant? Then we have one day of outflows and price dumps. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I've been telling y'all. It's going to be like that. That's how it's going to be. That's why I would keep saying, okay, when I was saying sideways action before, people kept asking me like, no, I'm not talking about Bitcoin when I'm not caring about Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin's price is going to go up and down, but the altcoins are always waiting for a big move on Bitcoin. They're not just about to, they're not just about to take off like that. So it's going to be sideways. That's why I'm saying sideways June. No matter what Bitcoin's price is doing, you're going to have some altcoins that's going to move, but for the most part, they're going to be chilling. They're trying to see what the market is really going to do, whatever, before they start running. And just like I said earlier, a lot of the VCs don't even want these. They don't want the tokens to dump too much too, but they also don't want to let them run too wild, because when retail, not y'all, we are retail investors. When I'm talking about like the retail that's coming off Robinhood and Coinbase and stuff, when they come in, they want that evaluation to look attractive enough for them to want to get into it. Usually at least around 100 million or below 100 million. So if you let it go ahead and run up to 300 million, I want to say count it as a loss, but like most of the gains are going, people going to come in looking, all right, what's got the lowest market cap? So, I mean, that's how that flows or whatever. Hopefully I answered that. Did I answer that question? You said just, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's definitely just manipulation. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like even some of the sales yesterday, it's definitely manipulation. They got all kinds of manipulation going on. So, that's why I keep trying to tell people, chill. Y'all got to chill, man. Like, we got time. We still got, don't worry about the price movements now, whether it's not moving, whether it's bleeding out. There's going to be some stuff that's, let's be honest, there's going to be some stuff that bled out. And I think right before I went live, as I was posting in the group, I think I saw somebody ask about two projects. Everybody's still bullish on them. Yeah, I think both of them still gonna move. And matter of fact, let's talk about that. We got one. Let's be honest, because a lot of people try to lie on each other. We got one that's bled probably 10x from where we got it, 9x from where we got in. And so you just like, that's some bull crap. And then by the time the bull market comes, you forget all this stuff or whatever. But yeah, they got some backers behind them, people pushing it. That one has fell a lot. The other one is bled about maybe 6. I don't know. But yeah, I'm still cool with them, of course. But like I said, as the market goes on, I will say this, that you will, I don't know if I want to say more bullish projects to come out, but maybe more bullish projects, more heavily backed projects, more projects with better sentiment around them. Because, some of these projects catch some FUD or whatever, and it takes them a while to recover or whatever. But, still going to make money. Y'all won't remember these prices. I promise you. You won't even remember some of these prices. Brandy said they knew their kids were stupid. No, they knew their kids were stupid. No, they did. Because they would be fussing at them. Because the reason I would go to the ones, because you got to realize, you got to realize, just like today, there's a lot of parents that don't even care, to be honest, right? And so even as a child, I could tell the parents who cared and who didn't. So why would I go to a parent who didn't care? I went to the parents for when I was outside, and sometimes I would hang out around because I played sports too. So I would hang around the front before practice started, and just seeing people leave. Of course, girls was getting. I'm saying bye to all the girls as they get in the car going home. They're gonna come through the front door, so I'm standing out there talking to girls and stuff and trying to flirt, whatever. So as I'm standing out there, you would see we had a test today. They would get in the car and their mom would go off. What is this? You made what? Let me see your test. Let me see your test. And they would make a 60 or whatever. And the parents would be fussing about it. Like, you got to do better or whatever be. And I'm like, all right, I'm hitting them up next because the mama really cares. So I know she's going to pay me or whatever. So $10 an hour, that was my charge. And like I said, every once in a while I might get a tip and stuff. So I might get $12, maybe $15 or whatever. But yeah, I wasn't playing. They knew their kids were stupid. Blackmore fam said, you real, thanks for giving us these stories. Oh, y'all like this stuff, man? Some of y'all say I don't be trying to ramble too long and keep people on here. But yeah, I'm a storyteller. But like I said, I get it from my mom. My mom's like this. And there's just none. So everybody on should hit the like button. Zoe dropping nuggets, sharing his past and real feelings. That's love for real. Yeah, man. Man, the best thing for me is like I said on the last stream, is you can only take so much because it's up to y'all to press the buy button. But if I could even steer people in the right direction of some good projects or whatever, and then help people make life changing money by the end of the cycle, like that's a huge reward for me. Like it's a dope, as I keep saying, it's a dope mark in the good book for me. I don't care what religion you are, your religion gotta have some kind of good book, some kind of record of karma or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what your religion is, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's a cool little mark. And to be honest, to leave my mark on the world. One thing, it's crazy because this is the last story. I'm just saying, y'all can leave if you want. Last thing I say is people talk about fame a lot. And even what I do, like I said, people come over to talk with something. I'm looking for clout. I don't give a crap about no YouTube clout, man. Like, to be honest, I'm here to talk to y'all. It's cool to talk to y'all, cool to help people. But what is YouTube clout? People really get like sold on this social media clout stuff and how many followers they got. I'm like, well, you broke. One thing I saw Haha Davis. I can't remember his real name, but some of y'all should know. But he's told a story. He was like, yeah, I was broke all the way to 4 million followers. He said, I had 4 million followers and I was in my mama's basement. Mama wasn't feeling you so much that you didn't even get a room on the main floor, my guy. She had you in the basement. That's how much tired she was of his crap. He was saying, Mama was like, if you don't get a job and stop this social media BS, you know what I'm saying? That's why people be talking about cloud. What is cloud on YouTube? How much money is that putting in your pocket? I'm telling y'all, I've ran channels and I know how long it takes for them to get to a certain level. And so it's not something I care about. But anyway, what I'm trying to get to is people be so enthralled over like fame and followers and all that bull crap or whatever. My thing is, but did you make a mark? Like did you just have followers because you was doing some stupid type of slapstick comedy that's not really going to live on and nobody's going to remember in 20 years? Or was you Richard Pryor? Was you Martin Lawrence? Was you Eddie Murphy? Or you Michael Jackson, right? That people going to remember. I remember like when he passed away, right? A whole bunch of kids was like 5 years old were like mimicking Michael Jackson, you know? And so you like, all right, cool. That's because he just died. Everybody knows it. It's a big story. Nope. Just last week, a 4-year-old was imitating Michael Jackson. Dude left his mark. So that's what my goal is in the world, is like actually leave a mark, even if it's not across the globe. Like I ain't even got to be known globally. Like if it's 20 people that's gonna remember me and be like, yo, back when I was whatever age, 20 years from now, y'all like this dude Zoe, I found his channel and telling your grandkids like this is how we got this money now. This is how I'm able to take care of y'all and teach y'all about finances because this guy Zoe helped me out and got me off my job or whatever. Like that's the stuff I'm here for. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to tell the story to nobody. Like long as you know that in your head, you know what I'm saying? And whenever I leave here when I'm 136, I think I gotta at least be 124. I feel like I'm gonna get there. 124. I gotta get there. So, whenever I leave, like people going, somebody gonna remember me. And one thing, last thing I'm gonna say is the movie Coco. I don't know if y'all saw it, if y'all watch animation, but Coco was like, it was like the thing was on Dia. I speak a little Spanish, Sasha. Dia de los Muertos. She finna roast me for saying that wrong. But whatever. In Coco, it was like the whole thing about people had to remember you while they're still living. Cause he was like, I can put your picture on their friend. He was like, nah, but you're here in the past life. People need to remember me back in the real world while they still alive and living and stuff. So that's the most important thing to me. But anyway, Y'all, if you want to join the Patreon, it is at patreon.com/cryptozold, getting some of these picks early and stuff, and all that kind of good stuff. And Dre said, that's why I joined the Patreon. My wife said, you can tell that Zoe is real and cares. Yeah, I definitely care, man. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, if I know some of y'all grown, some of y'all might be gangsters, you might be, you might be 300 pounds of muscle or whatever, and you feel hard or whatever. But I tell anybody that y'all should watch Coco, man. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all might think that make me sound like a kid a week, but that movie has a great story to it, and it makes you look at life differently, man. So if you haven't watched it before, go watch Coco. It is it's a Latino based storyline, but it's one of my favorite movies, man. So anyway, go watch Coco. Y'all got time. I'll see y'all next time.